Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world. So the question is, can you catch COVID from your pet? Well, as you know, in all probability, the source of COVID is believed to have come from an animal, most probably a bat. Now, I don't know how many of you have bats as pets other than Count Dracula. But at this point, other than being bitten by a bat, the Centers for Disease Control say that at this time, there is no evidence that animals play a significant role in spreading COVID to people. But I wondered, is this true? I wondered because the other night I let my dog out and he didn't come right home. So I tracked him down and there he was at the pool hall shooting pool with the other dogs. And he just doesn't get it. He wasn't social distancing and he wasn't even wearing a mask. Well, I made him come right home and quarantine for 2 weeks. Who knows what he was sniffing in that pool hall? But then again, my cat was no better. I let him out, and again, he didn't come right home. So I went out to find him, and he was down the street at the neighbor's playing poker. And again, no social distancing and no mask, and they were licking each other's fur. But again, the CDC says that based on the limited information they have, the risk of animals spreading COVID to people is considered to be low, not non-existent, but low. They say more studies are needed to confirm the probability of infection. Yet, in the same vein, it is true that COVID can spread from people to animals in some situations. It's complicated. Some coronaviruses cause cold-like illnesses in people, while others cause illness in certain types of animals, such as cattle, camels, and bats. And some, such as canine and feline coronaviruses, infect only animals and do not infect humans at all. And again, some that infect animals can be spread to humans and then spread between people, but again, this is rare. The CDC says that the first reported infections were linked to a live animal market, but now the virus is spreading from person to person, essentially through respiratory droplets from coughing, sneezing, and talking. Right now, there is no evidence that animals play a significant role in spreading COVID to humans, but there is a lot of information the scientists just don't know as yet. Actually, the first U.S. case of an animal testing positive for COVID was a tiger in a New York zoo. They do know that dogs, cats, and other mammals, including non-human primates, can be infected with the virus worldwide, again, after close contact with a human who's been infected with the disease, and it's been known to spread among other species of animals as well as within their own species, for instance, on a farm. And as such, farmers themselves are encouraged to practice universal prevention precautions for obvious reasons, even though, again, there is no evidence that animals play a significant role in the spread of COVID to people. The CDC and state and local authorities are working in some states to conduct active surveillance of COVID in pets and also testing to see whether the pet develops antibodies to this virus. The work is being done to help us better understand how common the infection might be in pets, as well as the possible role of pets in the spread of the virus. So, what do you do? Well, if you think your pet has COVID, call a veterinarian first to discuss what you should do. Some vets may not want you to come in, but they will do a telemedicine consultation to evaluate your pet and decide the appropriate steps for your pet's care. If your pet tests positive for the virus that causes COVID, isolate the pet from everyone else, including the other pets. Do not wipe or bathe your pet with chemical disinfectants, alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, hand sanitizer, or other chemicals. Most pets that were infected were able to be taken care of at home, and none died from the infection. And again, quarantine them and keep them in isolation until a vet says that they can be around other people or pets. And finally, what are a pet's symptoms for COVID? Well, generally, a pet may have fever, coughing, difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, lethargy, unusual laziness or sluggishness, sneezing, a runny nose, eye discharge, vomiting, or diarrhea. And should your pet seem to be getting worse, call your vet right away. And finally, protect yourself while caring for a sick pet. Follow all recommended precautions, wear a mask, gloves while handling your pet's dishes or toys, wash your hands and sanitize frequently, and so on. Follow the instructions of the vet. Again, our pets are part of our family, and while everyone is concerned about us getting COVID, a lot of people don't even know that it may infect our dogs and cats and other animals as well. Chances are that we won't get COVID from our pets, but remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Hey, be safe, be well, and God bless.